You will all die.
What, today?
Next story.
SeattleTimes.com. Great Slave Lake overturns. Hundreds of thousands of caribou feared dead. Jack London.
3 to 4 minutes.
Northwest Territories, Canada. In the greatest environmental disaster in half a century, Great Slave Lake in Canada's Northwest Territories has experienced a complete overturn, releasing millions of tons of anoxic gases into the surrounding environment, resulting in the suffocation and death of hundreds of thousands of caribou, whales, fish and other animals in the lake's environment.
Scientists are flabbergasted by the event and the unimaginably large loss of wildlife. Limnic eruptions like the one that caused the Lake Nyas event are not supposed to be possible for such a thoroughly mixed body as Great Slave Lake, said Oates Otto, a limnologist based in Calgary, Alberta. We are clearly looking at something new.
Gases sampled from the release contain a majority methane component, which may be a clue as to what triggered the event. Climatologists have long feared unpredictable and large methane releases from permafrost destabilized by repeated thawings and freezings due to climate change. The gigantic anoxic gas release may have been triggered by a sudden phase shift in large methane clathrate deposits trapped beneath the lake's floor, induced by deep permafrost instability on the lake's periphery. It is probably not a coincidence that this event occurred after one of the hottest global summers in recorded history, said Otto.
This is a devastating blow to the region's ecosystem, said Dr. Emily Jones, lead limnologist at the University of Alberta. The loss of such a significant number of caribou and fishes will have a ripple effect throughout the food web, impacting both the environment and the communities that depend on it.
First responders have reported a terrible smell of death and decaying flesh emanating from the lake, a testament to the immense scale of the disaster. It's horrifying, said Mary Thompson, a paramedic, upon entering Lutzelk'e, a small First Nations community on the lake's shore. The smell is unbearable, and the sight of all those dead animals is heartbreaking. We are truly living through an ecological nightmare.
Of curious note, there is no sign of the over 300 residents of the village. No living persons and no corpses have been found. Their whereabouts remain a mystery.
Experts warn that the full extent of the damage may not be known for weeks or even months. The methane and CO2 release has severely impacted the lake's ecosystem, and the long-term effects on the region's flora and fauna are still being assessed.
The impact of the overturn extends beyond immediate animal deaths. The release of such a large amount of methane, a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than CO2, further exacerbates climate change, creating a vicious cycle that threatens the future of the region.
This event serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of our planet and the urgency of addressing climate change, said Dr. David Smith, a climate scientist at the University of Washington. The consequences of inaction are becoming increasingly apparent, and we must take decisive measures to mitigate further harm.
The tragedy at Great Slave Lake serves as a wake-up call to the world. It is a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of our planet and the need for urgent action to address the climate crisis. Only through collective effort can we prevent future environmental disasters and protect the ecosystems that sustain us all.
The government of Canada has declared the area around Great Slave Lake a disaster zone and deployed emergency response teams to assist affected communities. Scientists are working to mitigate the biohazards associated with the mass animal deaths.